Avery Brooks portrayed Commander, later Captain Benjamin Sisko, the lead character in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, commanding the space station and navigating its complex politics. Nana Visitor played Major, later Colonel Kira Nerys, a Bajoran military officer and first officer of Deep Space Nine, known for her strength and loyalty. Terry Farrell portrayed Jadzia Dax, a joined Trill in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. René Auberjonois played Odo, a changeling, in DS9. Cirroc Lofton played Jake Sisko, Captain Benjamin Sisko's curious and adventurous teenage son, who often found himself entangled in the station's events and moral dilemmas. Alexander Siddig portrayed Dr. Julian Bashir, the station's chief medical officer, in DS9. Armin Shimerman portrayed Quark, a Ferengi bartender and entrepreneur, in DS9. Colm Meaney played Chief Miles O'Brien, the station's engineer, in Star Trek DS9. Michael Dorn reprised his role as Worf, a Klingon warrior, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Aron Eisenberg as Nog. That's the memorable Ferengi character from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, portrayed by the late actor Aron Eisenberg. Randy James, sometimes credited as Jones, appeared in various roles throughout Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Andrew Robinson as Elim Garak, the enigmatic and intriguing Cardassian tailor in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. His complex character added depth to the show's storyline. David B. Levinson played the role of Broik, a Ferengi character, and also served as a stand-in for Armin Shimerman, who portrayed Quark in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Max Grodénchik portrayed Rom, Quark's clever and resourceful brother, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Marc Alaimo played Gul Dukat, a complex and conflicted Cardassian character, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Majel Barrett guest starred as Lwaxana Troi, Deanna Troi's mother, in a few episodes of DS9. Rosalind Chow portrayed Keiko O'Brien, Chief O'Brien's wife, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Nicole DeBeer joined DS9's cast as Ezri Dax, the new host of the Dax symbiont, in the final season. J.G. Hertzler played Martok, a Klingon general and Worf's ally, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Jeffrey Combs portrayed Tyron, a smooth-talking Ferengi liquidator, in a DS9 episode. Louise Fletcher played Vedic Wynn, a Bajoran spiritual leader, in several episodes of Star Trek DS9. Richard Bamer guest starred as Lee Nalas, a Bajoran resistance hero, in a few DS9 episodes. Penny Johnson-Gerald portrayed Cassidy Yates, Captain Sisko's love interest and a freighter captain, in DS9. Philip Anglin played Vedic Burial Antos, a Bajoran monk and Vedic Wynn's rival, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Chase Masterson portrayed Lita, a Dabo girl and eventually Rom's wife, in Star Trek DS9. Brock Peters also played Joseph Sisko, Benjamin's father, in several episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Hannah Hate portrayed Molly O'Brien, the O'Brien's daughter, in various episodes of DS9. Frank Langella guest starred as Minister Jaro Essa, a Bajoran politician, in a DS9 storyline. Michael Bell voiced Borum and Drofo Awa, two different characters in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Jonathan Frakes reprised his role as William Riker's transporter-created duplicate, Thomas Riker, in a DS9 episode. Faith Sally played Serena Douglas, a genetically enhanced scientist in the DS9 episode Statistical Probabilities. Barry Jenner portrayed Admiral William Ross, a Starfleet officer, in several episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Gabrielle Union played Garen, a Klingon character, in a single episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. James Cromwell guest starred as Hanok, a Vorta clone, in the DS9 episode The Gem Hadar. Anne Haney played Elsra Nora, a Bajoran Vedic, in a few episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Nick Tate played Liam Bilby, a criminal character in a DS9 episode centered around a smuggling storyline. Brian Thompson portrayed two characters in DS9, Inglatu, a Cmdr, and Tomintorax, a hunter, in different episodes. John Colicos reprised his role as Kor, a legendary Klingon warrior, in several episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Kenneth Mars played Coleus, a Bajoran sculptor, in the DS9 episode Shadow Play. Vanessa Williams guest starred as Arandis, a Bajoran artist, in the Star Trek DS9 episode A Simple Investigation. James Darren portrayed Vic Fontaine, a holographic 1960s lounge singer, in several episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Wallace Shawn played Gran Nagus Zek, the leader of the Ferengi Alliance, in multiple DS9 episodes. Iggy Pop guest starred as Yelgrun, a Vorta, in the DS9 episode The Magnificent Ferengi. Meg Foster portrayed Onaya, a powerful non-corporeal being, in the DS9 episode The Muse. Jonathan Banks played Shella, a Bajoran resistance fighter, in the DS9 episode Shakar. Tim Russ, known for his role as Tuvok in Voyager, guest starred as Takar, a Klingon, in a DS9 episode. Ken Marshall portrayed Michael Eddington, a former Starfleet officer turned Maquis leader, in several DS9 episodes. Leland Orser played two characters in DS9, Guy, a Trill, and Lovok, a changeling infiltrator. Harris Yulin portrayed Amin Maritza, a Cardassian file clerk, in the powerful DS9 episode Duet. Kurtwood Smith played Thrax, a Romulan senator, in the DS9 episode Improbable Cause. A huge thank you to all our amazing viewers for watching. Your support means the world to us. Keep watching, liking, and subscribing. We're glad you're part of our YouTube family.